guys, it's Megan. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are returning, thanks for coming back. Today's video is all about the very highly anticipated Becca x Jaclyn Hill Champagne Collection face palette. And I got my hands on this baby whenever it was first offered online. I ordered it the day, and I think even the minute that it became available. They did have an early release, and I did know about the early release, but I didn't have money for it during the early release, so I waited a couple weeks until the firm launch date for online. And I gotta tell you guys, it is so worth the hype. It is fantastic. I've been using it for 2 weeks now, or a week. I think a week. I can't quite remember, but I can say for sure since the day I got it, I have reached for it every day, so that should tell you something. So today's video, I wanted to just kind of show you guys the palette and talk through the names of everything, and then also do some swatches of it. I am wearing most of the palette today. There is one shade that I'm not wearing, and I'll kind of explain that whenever we get to it. But yeah, let's just get started by talking about this amazing packaging. It is white on the front with gold metal trim, and on the back it is a gold metal. It's plasticky, but it almost feels like a phone case, like it is built to kind of absorb shock. I think that the point behind that is they wanted it to be durable casing so that none of the product on the inside broke, which I really appreciate, and I know you guys will too, because that is one complaint that I've seen of a lot of the people that have gotten champagne pop. For those of you who don't know, and if you don't know this, then you might have been sleeping under a rock for the last year or so. Jaclyn Hill came out with a Shimmering Skin Perfector highlighter with Becca last year called Champagne Pop. Here it is right here. I adore this. It is one of my favorite highlighters in the world, and this formula is fantastic. It's so soft and creamy almost feeling, but it just gives the perfect amount of highlight without being glittery and crazy looking. But it definitely is not for the faint of heart, so if you do love your highlight, then these products are for you. But Jaclyn Hill, for those of you who don't know her, because there may be some of you that don't, she is a YouTuber, and so she started out as a MAC professional makeup artist and kind of transitioned into the YouTube space and putting up tutorials online, and she's fantastic. She's such a crazy, awesome talent in this industry, and so it's really cool to see someone who started out here on YouTube creating a product that's sold in Sephora, which is like the dream for so many people. I saw on one of her videos that the circle of dots is supposed to be like glitter or confetti just coming out from the center, which is where it says Jaclyn Hill and Becca. So what you're all waiting for is the inside, so I won't make you wait any longer. It comes with a amazing mirror. I hopefully do it justice showing it to you guys here, but it is a fantastic mirror, and honestly it's even better than the mirror I have on my desk. It is super magnified but super clear. It's amazing. This is the kind of palette that you can just pack in your bag if you're going traveling, and it's got just about everything you need in it, which is fantastic. So going through all of the products, right here we have Prosecco Pop. This is a new highlighter that Jaclyn has created. It is a true gold highlight. It is very yellowy in tone, and you will find, if you are fair-skinned like me, that you cannot just use this on its own on your skin or it's going to look yellow. But it is the signature Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector formula, so you know that it's fantastic and amazing. And so I personally have been using this mixing with other highlighters to kind of tone down the yellow in it. I did try putting it on just by itself and had to layer over it because it was just too much for my skin tone. That's not to say that for a darker skin tone it won't look beautiful. I would say the one thing about this palette that's amazing, that I know was one of Jacqueline's main goals from what she has said in all of her videos about these palettes, was to make it universal for all skin tones and to make it beautiful for all skin tones. So I think the gold would probably look really beautiful on a darker skin tone, but if you are fair skinned, then I would mix it with Champagne Pop, which is also in this palette. I mentioned it earlier as a standalone product, but they also have included it in here. This one is a more peachy, kind of rose goldy highlight. It's more suited to a natural skin tone, I would say. So mixing these two together is really nice. That's what I have on my cheekbones right now. And there's not a ton of yellow in it, which I think is wonderful. And I think the two together are beautiful. So don't be deterred by the yellow highlight. It can be worked with and it can be made beautiful. So definitely both of those are gorgeous and I love them. Right here we have Pamplemousse, and it is a electric rosy peachy pink blush shade. This is their mineral blush, which I had never tried before, but I am a huge fan of. I'm wearing it on my cheeks right now along with another shade, but it is very, very, very pigmented. So all you need are a couple of taps in with your blush brush and then swirling around on your cheeks, and it's gonna work. It's gonna be enough. You don't want to overload this. And in the middle we have another mineral blush. This one is Amaretto. This is the one that I've used the least, I would say, since I got this palette, because it is more brown toned. I probably could get away with wearing it as a blush, but I'm a little afraid of brown toned blushes. I think that's just something I need to experiment a little more with and get used to it. But I did try using it as a bronzer, and there's almost too much warmth in it for it to work as the type of bronzer that I like to wear. It was almost too pinky. It's hard to explain, but I'm sure I'll find a use for it at some point. I have used it as an eyeshadow, so that's another thing to consider if one of the particular products in here doesn't necessarily suit you or you don't like it as a face product. You could always use these powders as eye products as well. So think about the multi-use you could get out of this. Literally, you could take this palette away and take a tube of mascara and concealer, and that's all you would need. Not that I would ever be able to do that, but it could be possible. So all that to say that I haven't gotten a ton of use out of this one yet, but I will continue experimenting and playing with it and find a use that works for me out of it. And then last but not least, we have Rosé Spritz, which is a luminous blush. This one has a little bit of a sheen to it, so I like to use it as a blush topper. So what I'll do is I will sweep Pamplemousse over my cheeks, and then I will take a dab of Rosé Spritz and focus it right here in the apple of my cheek, so right there where the light hits the most. And I think it's gorgeous. I love Rosé Spritz. I think it is so pretty, and I think it's a perfect blush topper. But if you are into shimmery blush, then I think it would be a beautiful blush on its own as well. So that is everything about the Champagne Collection face palette, and I'm telling you guys, this is a product that you have to get your hands on. It's one of those limited edition products that you might live to regret if you don't get it, and I don't want that for any of you. I didn't want it for myself. That's why I got it the day that it became available online. But I wanted to get this video out there to show any of you who might be skeptical about this and kind of give you a better idea of what everything looks like. Yeah, just give you guys an idea of what you can expect from this palette, because it is launching in stores on June 16th. So I'm filming this on the 11th. I think I'm going to put it up on the 15th, maybe on the 16th itself. But I just want you guys to know, don't walk. Run to your local Sephora and get this whenever it launches, because you definitely don't want to be caught without it. It is going to be one of the best products of the year. Go right now. Go right now. Go. I think that's everything for this video, so I am just going to wrap it up because I'm acting crazy, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button down below, and if you've made it all the way through the video and you haven't been repulsed by the sight of my face or the sound of my voice or any of the words that I've had to say, then hit subscribe. It's really an easy thing. It's free. It just adds you to my community so that you get email notification when I post a new video. So yeah, I'm just gonna shut up because I'm being ridiculous, but I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!